to be. You can be from any Barrios where you come and get the tea. You want real talk with real people, know where else you need to go. Talking real issues, real substance, what else you need to know. Shawty been all in the White House, but she can talk the trap. She ain't never left the community, so she know where it's at. I'm talking BK Finer, she gon' rep it to the grave. And I only support the real, so I'ma tune in every day. Way up. You are now tuned in to Angela, but I call her Yee. Way up.
Way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Jasmine Brand is here.
Good morning.
New Mano. Mano's in the building.
Yeah.
You all right, Angela?
Yeah, they just did these headphones wrong. I gotta fix them.
Uh-oh.
They're backwards, these
Okay.
cords. But yes, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. How you feeling?
I feel good. I had a good weekend. It was action-packed, and we're going to talk about all of that and about last night.
Okay.
We thought Mano wasn't going to show up because he gets here so early, and today he was still early.
Why wouldn't I show up? Dan hit me this morning like, just confirming, are you coming in?
Was that Dan's voice?
Yeah, it was. You could tell in the text. Just confirming.
It's because Mano missed one day, and now it's over for him. Now we think he's
That
on.
one day you missed, you didn't tell us.
I really didn't miss it because I had surgery.
But you didn't tell us
when
that.
you have surgery. I did. When you have surgery, like that's
Angela,
like.
did Mano tell us
I said
that?
I was definitely coming Friday, but I may come Thursday.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that was it.
Sure.
Okay,
But your
really.
eye looks a lot
Shoot this
better.
morning. Thank you.
His eye was all swollen.
Yeah, I was
before.
wearing glasses the whole week.
Yeah.
You know, people was like, why this guy's always
This
wearing
is
shades?
Hollywood.
Do you feel 100% with your the recovery, the healing of the eye?
Oh, not yet. It's
Okay.
still a little swollen. Just
Okay.
a little bit.
I want to have surgery.
On what?
I want to have a corn removed.
Oh,
Have a corn on my
Claudia
little
Jordan had her feet done.
No,
Like-
but it was more than corns.
Oh,
though,
was
right?
it? Okay.
So you had to like straighten them out or something?
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. That's a question.
I don't know. I thought maybe she had corns and I know she documented it on her Instagram.
I think it might have been a bunion, but I'm not sure.
What's the difference between a bunion and a corn?
Two
A
different
bunion is your
things.
bone.
Oh.
That's like on the.
So you have a corn issue.
Yeah, like
one
I have
corn?
a corn on my little toe.
Okay.
How many you
How do I
have?
get it removed?
You have
I'll
one
show
on
you
each
guys
toe?
in a moment.
Yeah, what-
I'll show you guys in a minute.
No,
Okay.
I don't
No,
want
only on
corns.
my
I do wanna
right
see.
foot,
Just
not
one?
on my left foot.
Okay.
I don't have corns or bunions.
I don't have.
We got to
any
get
either.
it together, guys. I got to get this corn removed.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to shine a light on them. That's where you do and say something positive. I was talking about this over the weekend, shining a light on anybody that did something that really has been, maybe brightened up your day, something really nice, something you saw on the news. It doesn't have to be in real life.
Right.
Right.
To you, it could be something that you watched happen, and we want to make sure that we show some love. 800-292-5150. Shine a light on them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
New Mano.
And Jasmine from the Jasmine Brand is here. And
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. And it's a great time to start with some positivity and shine a light on somebody. So I want to shine a light on Greg. He actually owns the pizza shop next door to the juice bar, which has been closed now for a couple of months as we're trying to figure out moving forward to transform that space. But he actually is the person that really helps out a lot when things need to get done. If I'm not there, just making sure we're good. So this morning he already called me to let me know about something that happened with the property. So he's been helping take care of that. That's really helpful.
He
by the
sounded
way.
very concerned.
Best
Yes.
eye.
Yes. In
Shout
Bed-Stuy.
out to Greg.
Yeah, he's right on Malcolm
Marcus
X, Malcolm X and McDonough on the
Okay.
corner. If you go to that pizza
McDonough.
place,
Right.
right next to Juices for Life.
Pizza
And-
is bomb there too, by the way.
Yes, we love that pizza.
Yeah.
You know how often I've like, okay, let me get everybody pizza at the juice bar. We do that all the time. But yeah, so thank you so much, Greg. That's really helpful when you have neighbors that are actually looking out for you and looking out for your property. It makes all the difference because you can have terrible neighbors, terrible tenants, terrible landlord, or you can have really great ones. And so
Nice.
Greg is a great one.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Well, who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Maybe somebody made your life a little easier, or maybe you saw somebody doing something that is greatness. What's up, Mello?
What up, Yeezy? How you feeling?
Good. How are you? Who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on you because every time we see you in the media, you always break your Instagram. Like, every time. Like, I can't scroll down my feed without seeing you. I say congratulations and give you your flowers while you can still smell them. You feel me? I appreciate everything you do for the world.
I feel like I've been so quiet on Instagram.
Yeah, but your accomplishments haven't. Like,
Right.
you may be quiet.
Big dog.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
break the
Reno.
game.
Big Yee.
Thank you, Mello.
Biggie, not the little one. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
You know the vibes.
Heavy on big.
And Mano knows the vibes, right,
Yes,
Mano?
definitely vibes.
Okay.
Nah, Mano a legend too. OT, you know the vibes too.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mello.
Anytime, I'm gonna tap in more. I got you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Say that.
Tiana, who you want to shine a light on?
I would love to shine a light on myself. It's my last day. I've been in the Navy almost 10 years.
Ooh.
And now I'm finally taking the opportunity to bet on myself.
Yes.
And walking away from my career, after 10 years, and that's a long time, but I'm excited to see where it takes me.
You said you've been in the Navy for 10 years?
I've been in the Navy for 10 years.
Wow.
And I'm actually a business owner, so I really like listening to Angela Yee and you guys as well, because I have a adult store as well, e-commerce store. So I'm
adult
like,
store?
it's time for me to actually just
Mano's
get on
like, tell
myself.
me more.
You said an adult
Yeah,
store?
I have a little lingerie, a little adult novelty type of business. So it's called Sensual Seduction. So I'm just excited to actually just, like I said, bet on myself and see where it lands me.
You said visual seduction.
Sensual Seduction, S-E-N.
Oh, sensual. Okay.
That's the store.
Yes, that's the e-commerce store.
All right, because we want to look for it. We want to make sure people can find it.
It's an adult store. They probably like sell like what, toys and stuff.
Lingerie.
Lingerie. Okay.
Yeah, and toys as well. But it's S-E-N.
Plugs.
S-A-L. S-E-D.
Seduction. Oh, with the X. Okay, seduction with the X. Mano, what's your favorite type of lingerie on a woman?
Skin. Yeah.
You don't like to unwrap the package?
Come with that on.
Well, thank you. Thank you, and we're in your corner, okay, as you start your business. Keep us updated.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, well, that was Shine a Light on Them, brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino, which is available at Macy's. And, we do that every single morning. That's how we start the show, 800-292-5150. And when we come back, we have Yeezy. Adidas is being sued by shareholders, and it's all because of Kanye. We'll tell you what that's about. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip.
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee on a Monday. Jasmine from thejasminebrand.com, where I work, and Mano
I'm back.
is here.
Yes.
Adidas shareholders have filed a class action lawsuit against the brand. They're saying that they did not warn investors about the anti-Semitism and extreme behavior exhibited by Kanye West before their partnership ended last year. And that lawsuit was filed on Friday, by the way, in a federal court. Shareholders allege that Adidas routinely ignored his behavior as early as 2018 and that senior execs ignored serious issues that affected the Yeezy partnership, which were his anti-Semitic remarks and troubling public comments about slavery. So they said in a report from that year, Adidas was generally alluding to the risk rather than stating that the company had actually considered ending the partnership as a result of Kanye's personal behavior. And they're saying that the lawsuit also said Adidas was aware and failed to take meaningful precautionary measures.
So they should have been warned.
Right.
Basically what they're saying. Okay.
Yes. Now, Adidas made a comment to CNN. They said, "We outright reject these unfounded claims and will take all necessary measures to vigorously defend ourselves against them." The problem when you have a company is when you have shareholders, you do have to answer to them.
Right.
Yep.
And you have a responsibility to them. So... All right, Jermaine Dupri, he was on Tamron Hall and he was talking about Freaknik. Everybody is going crazy about this Freaknik documentary. And some people are nervous that some of their escapades will be featured on this documentary.
Right.
Well, here's what Jermaine Dupri told Tamron Hall.
It's really a story about the South in Atlanta. It's not really a story about what everybody keeps talking about. I don't like that part because I feel like it's a little disrespectful because I'm just telling a story, right, and how Atlanta was built into the place that it is today. People came to Atlanta through Freaknik, and they stayed.
So this is a big deal because you're clearing this up. This is not about this wild party.
I can't say that you won't see freaking in
It's going to be some freaking and Freaknik
Of
for sure.
course.
Yeah.
But I get what he's saying. He's saying it's not just solely about that.
Right.
It's not like Girls Gone Wild,
Right.
Freaknik.
It's the storyline.
Y'all saw
you know?
clips over this weekend that kind of reminiscent of Freaknik that was going on around this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Thank
new
goodness I'm
clips?
not in none of those.
Yeah, well, I'll send them to you later.
All right, the Bamboozle Festival was supposed to be happening, featuring performances from Rick Ross, Coi Leray, and others, has been canceled. It was canceled 1 week before returning after an 11-year hiatus. So it was supposed to be going down, but they announced that it was canceled on Friday, actually. Joey Badass was supposed to be there, Trippie Redd, A Boogie with the hoodie, all of those people. But apparently, I guess there were some decisions that had to do with permits, according to NJ.com, NewJersey.com. They did not file the necessary paperwork for final permits, and there was an ongoing concern, according to a city business administrator, that they were not getting those documents from festival organizers in a timely manner. They said, we asked for this information months in advance to protect the city and the taxpayers of Atlantic City. The event was fast approaching and these issues were still unresolved, so people had to get their money back.
I never heard of this festival before.
Well, it's been off for 11 years and it was supposed to come back over the weekend and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, that's why you never heard. You don't remember past 11 years.
This is true.
Like, your memory does not go that far. Like.
All right, now Stephen A. Smith has shared his thoughts on how Ime Udoka handled the whole scandal of him cheating on Nia Long, and here's what he had to say about Ime Udoka not even apologizing to Nia.
You didn't have to do it that way, but to have a press conference and put his business, tacitly or otherwise, on Front Street, you didn't think about Nia Long at all, but you thought about the other woman who purportedly was white. And the one woman in this equation who was innocent and victimized was not the woman Ime Udoka was messing around with. It was Nia Long. She was the one screwed over.
I love how he be yelling.
He gets so passionate. And Nia Long thanked Stephen A. Smith for his support.
Okay.
And then she posted, the most disrespected person in America is the black woman, Malcolm X.
Okay.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have About Last Night. And it was a very active weekend for all of us. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night. So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Mano is in the building.
Mano.
What was your weekends like while we talk about Last Night? This is what we did the night before.
Yeah, so we had a big, nice brunch weekend over at the Chelsea house.
We weren't invited again.
At
We
all.
was definitely invited. No, but we gotta honor you to get you over there.
You're going to give her a trophy?
Give her a trophy, a medal. You know, one of those red, white, and blue medals, bronze medal.
The Chelsea House Award.
Yeah,
All right, that's nice. I actually did get an honor this weekend.
I bet you get honored
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
Stop it, guys. It was actually at my high school, Poly Prep in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been there, Mano? You from Brooklyn?
Yeah, keep on.
It's really, really far out in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
It's right by Staten Island.
Yeah, I had no business over there.
Yeah, so it was a reunion weekend, and then I was actually got the an alumni award.
Right, they should be proud of you.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
And the person, actually, when they presented the award, the main thing was they were saying they were on the bus because the way that Poly Prep works is a lot of people don't live near there, so sometimes we had a very long bus ride. I'm from a neighborhood called Flatbush, so going to Bay Ridge is really far. It'd be like an hour on the
that is far.
on the bus, yes, and it's way further on a bus that stops.
Multiple stops.
Yeah, it
Right.
goes out of the way. They said they were on the bus one day listening to the Breakfast Club, and they heard me talk about Poly Prep, and they were like, what?
Nice.
She went to Poly Prep. It's exciting when you think about who went to your school and graduated.
So you are a success story.
Yeah, and there were a lot of success stories. Other people that got honored, I actually felt like I wasn't doing enough.
Really?
Oh, Angela, stop it.
For real, one guy wrote 10 books. I was like, sheesh.
Well, you write for the Jasmine brand, so it's
I write for the Jasmine brand.
Yes.
Also, Marcus Whitney, he's from my class too. He got honored, and he started like the first healthcare fund for black people. It was like a lot. I was like, okay, well, I host the show.
Which
a
is
major show at that.
Yes,
But it is
a big deal.
nationally
And you touch
syndicated
right, and
show.
you touch a lot of lives.
Way Up with Angela Yee. Now, Jasmine, you were in D.C., and I know it was a huge weekend in D.C.
Yeah, it was a huge weekend. I went to the Correspondence for the Culture event, and they honored Roy Wood Jr., which, you know, he hosted the White House Correspondence Dinner.
Which we'll talk about shortly.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. So there were a lot of celebs in the building. There was was Wendy from Real Housewives of Potomac, Don Lemon, also Karine Jean-Pierre, who was the White House press secretary. It was a lot of, it was just a lot of people there. And shout out to Erica Lowe, who is the White House director of African media.
Okay.
So I had a great
She always
time.
invites us to everything.
She does, and I met her
Thank
through
you,
you, Angela. But we had a great time. It was lots of black professionals in politics partying and drinking.
They get a little wild.
They get a little loose.
Gets a little wild.
Yes.
But Roy Wood Jr. actually did he was the host for the correspondence dinner, and that's always a time.
So he was there the night before at this party, and everyone was coming up to him. He was super cool too.
Yeah. Shout out to Roy Wood
He's
Jr.
funny.
I really like him a lot. He actually, when I did my Mastery of Comedy show for Facebook, he was one of the expert comedian mentors for the up and coming comics. All right.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we all had a very active weekend.
We did.
No, we should have been at Mocha Fest.
I just sent well, man, you had already saw it, right?
What's Mocha Fest?
Yeah, over in Houston.
They were having a time.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
It was over the weekend?
It was over the weekend, and it was some.
How did we miss it?
It was very active. Yeah, it was very active.
All right. Well, next
Yeah.
year.
No, I'm gonna sit that one out.
All right. Well, when we come back, this is Mano's favorite segment.
Yes, you already know. And listen, I need people to really call in with your deepest, darkest secrets, please.
Oh my God.
Please.
Tell us a secret. And Mano, no judgment, okay? So
I
people
can't
can call
guarantee.
in and say whatever they want to, anonymously, by the way, and tell us a secret. And we're not going to judge you up here.
But if you're a legend, then I will tell
But
you.
Mano will positively judge you
Yes.
if you do something like
Legendary.
sleep with a woman and her mom.
Oh my gosh.
Then you're a legend, according to Mano. All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. Tell us a secret. 800-292-5150 is the number. Again, 800-292-5150 when we come back on Way Up with Angela Yee.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, what's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee on a Monday. You know we do Tell Us a Secret Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are the days you'll find Mano up here. Also, Jasmine from the Jasmine brand.
That's accurate. Mano just comes specifically for this segment.
No, I wouldn't agree with that.
Sometimes his blood pressure goes up. I check it before and then I check it after, and there's definitely a jump.
Is that so?
It's so hard for him to not be judgmental. Part of Tell Us a Secret is not being judgmental.
Right.
And it can go either way for Mano. Either he's really for you and you're a legend, or he's against you and you did something wrong against some type of code.
Yeah,
okay?
there's this. It's called Mano code.
Yeah, and Mano is he has a different code depending on who it is and what the scenario is.
Yes.
I'm just looking for understanding.
All right. Well, usually if it's a threesome, that kind of thing, you're a legend. But if it's like if you stole something from somebody,
oh yeah, he got morals.
it just pops up. The Mano code pops up at
So,
weird times.
I feel like we're gonna learn some of those, but
This is
Okay.
crazy.
All right, so 800-292-5150 is a number. This is how you tell us a secret. Remember, it's always anonymous. Supposed to be judgment free. So Jasmine and I will not judge you.
100%.
We might ask you some questions to get the full story, which is not a problem.
Because Angela does digging. She has
I
lots
like
of
a
follow.
deep dive.
Yeah, she
I don't know the rules. That's what it
Okay,
is.
maybe.
I don't.
Man, we
What's the
told you
rules?
the rules multiple times.
Yeah, I forget them.
The only rules are no judgment
What's
and
that?
it's anonymous. Okay?
Yeah.
So we want people to feel comfortable in
Yeah.
telling us things, even if it's wrong. Sometimes they try to get you to agree with them.
They do. It's
You
supposed
don't
to be
have to do that.
It's supposed to be a safe space, though, right?
It is a
Angela?
safe space, but we just having real talk on the
All
radio.
right, well, let's see how safe it is. 800-292-5150 is the number. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. Hello, anonymous caller. Tell us a secret.
So this is like maybe 10 years ago. I had sex with my girlfriend's auntie and then my girlfriend. Because my girlfriend wasn't trying to let me get.
So wait. The auntie and then the girlfriend in the same day?
Nah, it was like a couple days. So, like, the girlfriend was acting like she really liked me, so she wasn't trying to let me hit. Like, she was like, oh, I'm a virgin and all that, but she was lying, and I didn't even know. But I had a inkling, so I was mad, and then I met with her auntie.
Was mad.
And her auntie was like,
How did you meet up with her auntie?
So I met her auntie through, my girlfriend.
Okay.
I went to see my girlfriend the one day and I saw, the auntie. And I asked, who's that? She's like, oh, that's my auntie. I'm like, oh, where? She looked young. Like, I was, 16? And she was like...
So did you stay with your girlfriend after you hit her aunt?
Nah.
So your girlfriend lied about being a virgin?
Yeah.
And you know that because the auntie told you?
No, because when I hit the girlfriend later, I realized she wasn't a virgin. Sorry, I realized she wasn't a virgin. That's all.
This is a mess. He was only 16 though.
Yeah.
How was whose sex did you like better?
I like the girlfriend better.
Oh, good. Okay.
You like the
Age
girlfriend
appropriate.
better.
Yeah, age appropriate.
Yeah.
You're a little disappointed in that
No,
man,
I wouldn't
huh?
say he's a legend. He's not a legend. I wouldn't say a legend.
I'm not?
Nah, I can't give you legendary status for this right here.
He said, I'm
Because
not. He wanna
in
get a
order
legend so
for
bad.
you to get legend,
bro.
listen, let me tell you, in order for you to get legendary status with this, you would have had to go back to your girlfriend and then still been doing them.
Mano, that's.
I mean, I do. I hit the.
Don't try to add some sauce on it now.
You said you didn't go back to the girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, but how did I hit after though?
Yeah, he said he hit her after.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
What
All right,
level
thank
would he be if not legend?
What comes under legend?
I mean, he's a novice.
He's a novice.
You gotta be able to be.
There's gotta be some. Well, he was a novice.
Hello, Yee. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
You ready to tell us a secret?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, it's got to be good. I could tell. You hesitated.
It's really not good. But I'm kind of like over it at this point. But so my secret is I have a little brother. We're super close. And I just found out not too long ago that our dad isn't our biological dad.
Ooh.
I found out. So I'm not gonna tell him. I'm just gonna let it be. But that's like one of my deepest secrets.
How did you find out?
Yeah, how'd she find out?
The guy wrote me on Facebook. Well, my biological dad wrote me on Facebook. And I kind of met up with him, did the whole DNA test, came back like 99.9% positive, and then I just left it at that.
Did you say anything to your mom? Are you going to?
No, I'll probably just leave it as it is.
Okay.
Are you going to stay in touch with your biological father?
Am I going to stay in touch with him? Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool guy. I just feel like I'm old enough to handle it. I feel like my siblings aren't, so I'm probably just not going to let them deal with it. I'll just deal with it on my end.
Do you know for sure that that's your brother's biological dad too?
You know what? I don't.
Because maybe it's just, maybe it's just hers.
Right.
Who knows?
That's good.
Yeah,
and
it might be just
did he
you.
tell you why he wasn't around?
Yeah, he told me my mom. He's Freaknik days. He said back in the day.
Oh, wow. Freaknik days.
Up at the Mocha Fest now.
Him and my mom linked up, and they just kind of happened. And I moved to South Carolina, and he stayed in Florida. And my mom said, leave it alone. Like, I'm older now, in my 30s.
You might be the only.
Yeah,
you might be the only one that don't have the same father.
And they met at Freaknik?
Right. Yeah. So it was probably just you.
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
Are you mad at your mom at all in any way, or do you understand?
It's like a one night stand.
Oh, no, I'm mad. For sure.
Okay.
For sure. I am.
I didn't expect her to say that. Okay.
All right.
No,
Well,
I'm mad.
it sounds like a lot, so I hope that you handle it however you need to handle it for yourself.
I will, thanks. And I do want to do a shout out to my girl, Ash. I love you.
All right, Ash.
Hey, Ash.
Hey, Ash. That's so funny because, this happened to one of my friends. She found out that her father was not her biological dad, and then she found her biological dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She was mad at her mother?
Yeah, but she hasn't said anything to her still.
But in her case, her mother had a one night stand at Freaknik, right?
Yeah.
So the other kids are the other father.
Yeah, it could.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like
So
it.
she's the only one that didn't really.
But still, she kind of mad.
Why would you be mad at mom? Mama need love too.
Because she want to know who her dad is.
Well, she knows
maybe
now.
Mama didn't really know.
All right. Well, that was your Tell Us a Secret. Again, always anonymous, always no judgment. Thank you for sharing. 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. We'll be talking about the Correspondence Dinner that Roy Wood Jr. hosted. And we'll tell you about the roast. We'll tell you what Joe Biden had to say as well.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Mano, why are you looking like that?
Happy?
Yeah, why?
Radiating?
You
smiling.
are radiating on a Monday.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Main ovation.
Main ovation. Monday main ovations.
Yeah.
All right, and we are doing Yeetie, and we're going to talk about the Correspondence Dinner that happened over the weekend. Jasmine, you were in D.C. over the weekend, too. You went to, the pre-event.
I went to the pre-party, and it was very mixy and active and black politicals were dancing and drinking and having a festive time. The White House press secretary was on the dance floor. You can see a clip of her like getting her entire life at this party.
That sounds like fun. We'd like to see people out of their elements.
She wasn't twerking, but she was having a time.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, Joe Biden, of course. Well, not of course, because sometimes the presidents don't even show up to the Correspondence Center.
They don't?
Yeah, there's been times.
Oh, okay.
But Joe Biden was there front and center, and here's what he had to say, because people always have things when they remark about his age and so on and so forth. But here's Joe Biden.
You might think I don't like Rupert Murdoch. That's simply not true. How could I dislike a guy who makes me look like Harry Styles? Call me old. I call it being seasoned. You say I'm ancient. I say I'm wise. You say I'm over the hill. Don Lemon would say that's a man in his prime.
Oh, that was funny. Y'all didn't like that one?
You know, it's not like somebody, clearly a comedian wrote that.
Yeah, of course.
No, I didn't think it was funny, though.
I know. Mano looked at me with it like, not funny.
Well, here's some more of Joe Biden's stand-up as he addresses Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Folks, it's wonderful to be back here again, proving I haven't learned a damn thing. I want everybody to have fun tonight, but please be safe. If you find yourself disoriented or confused, it's either you're drunk or Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know, when I was saying that the presidents don't always go, Donald Trump didn't go to the Correspondence, and if you guys recall that, and that was the first time that a president skipped it in 36 years.
Wow. I remember Obama used to be really funny.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Charismatic and funny. All right, well, Roy Wood Jr. was hosting. He is hilarious.
He is.
And he did say some things that people thought were controversial too, but here's what he had to say about Joe Biden running for re-election.
We should be inspired by the events in France. They rioted when the retirement age went up 2 years to 64. Meanwhile, in America, we have an 80-year-old man begging us for 4 more years of work. Let me finish the job. That's not a campaign slogan. That's a plea.
Now that's funny.
I mean, no, but Roy Wood Jr. is so funny. We have more from him? Yes? Okay. And here's what he had to say, and this went viral. He was talking about Kamala Harris and how people are so critical of her being the first black woman as our vice president.
But I think the most insulting scandal to fall to the feet of the Biden administration was placed at the feet of our Madam Vice President. The scandal of what does Kamala do? That's a disrespectful question, because nobody ever asked that question of the vice president until a woman got the job. I don't know what Mike Pence did. The only thing I know about Mike Pence is that he's really good at playing hide and seek at the Capitol.
Yeah. That was good.
Okay.
I love him supporting a black woman, RVP.
I like that. I like that.
And listen, I saw a lot of people weighing in on that too, because the job of the vice president has never been to be like front and center.
Right.
That's the president's job.
Yeah.
Right. The vice president normally plays the background, and whatever the president appoints you to do, that's your responsibilities.
Yep.
But it's not that she's not working.
Right.
And it's not that this whole administration is not working. People act like, what have they done?
Right.
And all you have to do is go look on the website, and they'll let you know when you go look at whitehouse.gov. All right, now let's talk about some more things. Pharrell had his Something in the Water festival. He actually had to cancel the last day. The weather was really bad. It was bad, I think, in a lot of this
East
area.
Coast, yeah.
In New York, it was really bad too. But there were a lot of surprise guests that showed up. Diddy was there. Chris Brown. It was already very lively at his festival, but Coi Leray was there. And she definitely went on stage and
Busta was there.
Busta Rhymes was there, who Mano recently sampled.
Yeah, shout out to Busta.
Vibe with me.
Yeah,
Vibe with me.
You know what I'm saying? MIA was there. She performed. A$AP Rocky performed. So really great. I haven't been to Something in the Water yet.
I haven't, but I feel like there's always some kind of storm going on when it's something in the water or Broccoli Fest or something. It's like always those festivals have like weather issues. But this is just the third day, so.
Yeah, De La Soul was there. You know, a lot going on at Something in the Water. And he's got a lot of different categories of music.
People love Pharrell, so I'm not surprised he brings people out like that.
My guy Nile Rodgers and Chic They perform Wale, Lil Yachty, Third Eye Blind, Jonas Brothers, a whole lot. Flo Milli, Machine Gun Kelly, Lil Uzi Vert, Lotto, all of that. All right, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. That is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are stories that fly under the radar. They may not be headline news stories, but we do feel like they're quite interesting and you should know them. And these are pretty funny today. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
The news. I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
New Mano.
Monday Manovations.
Manovations.
Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, and we are doing Under the Radar. These are stories that are not necessarily headline news stories. Now, one thing we want to talk about is airlines. What is the worst airline in the United States? They do this study every year, and they take the 11 biggest airlines and see how they rank, and they rank them according to delays, if people are denied boarding, also the cost, and then you get a total score from those things, all right?
Okay.
Last on the list, out of all of these, and some of these airlines I've never heard of, but this one I have.
What?
Is Southwest Airlines.
Oh,
at
really?
Number 11. Yes.
That's the worst.
That is the worst. It got a 23 out of 100. And that was the score. That's the second year in a row, by the way, that's been the worst airline in the United States.
Yeah, they don't even give you a seat.
That's why people like it, though.
Why?
I flew on it once, and that's very panicky, having to like try to rush for a seat.
You got to stand in a line and stuff.
You don't know where you're going to end up.
Yeah.
One person said the seats were like rocks, and their return flights were delayed, forcing them to wait 6 hours for their flight to Orlando. But some people did say they had good experiences.
I don't like U.S.
All right, we're going to get to that. Number 10 is Frontier.
Okay.
All right, number 9 is American. They did well in comfort-related categories like legroom, entertainment options, complimentary refreshments. But in terms of animal-related incidents, like lost, injured, or dead animals transported, that was relatively high.
Oh.
Wow.
All right,
Dead
and they said one passenger who flew had a negative experience, writing that his suitcase was damaged and he wasn't compensated for it. But other people did say they were great, deep discounts on their flights. Envoy Airlines was number 8. I never flew that.
Never heard of it.
Yes, it's a regional carrier for American.
Okay.
And it operates only business jets.
Okay.
All right. Now, also on the list at number 7 was JetBlue. People love
Really?
JetBlue.
I love JetBlue.
Yeah, people like JetBlue. I'm surprised.
All right,
like
but 7
JetBlue.
out of 11.
Yeah. Okay.
So they scored very well in comfort-related categories, but
what was the low scores for JetBlue?
Their low scores, they had actually 0 delays out of 18. But as far as denied boardings, that's where they really did not
they don't
score
play.
very well.
Right,
And
if you come up late. Price. Okay.
Price also. All right, Hawaiian Airlines was number 6 on the list. Alaska Airlines was number 5. Number 4 was United.
That's you don't like that one, right?
I don't like
Did pretty
U.S.
well. Oh.
U.S. is different than
Oh,
United.
U.S. Airways.
Yeah, I don't even see that on here.
Do they exist
Yeah,
still?
that's how bad they was.
Yeah, they didn't get merged or something?
Yeah,
I thought
maybe.
they. Yeah.
Number 3 is SkyWest. Number 2 is Spirit.
Okay.
Which I know y'all didn't anticipate that.
Spirit is better than JetBlue?
I think when you take into account the pricing,
Yeah.
you know, that's probably what really helped them score high. And number 1 on the list,
Delta.
is Delta.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
Delta.
right. I am a Diamond Medallion member on Delta.
Yeah.
So
I do Delta all the time.
yeah, and that's the second year in a row that Delta has been number 1.
What's your favorite airline, Mano?
Just get me where I need to go, airline.
Okay.
He don't care.
All right.
He don't care.
but
I just need a direct
I'm not
flight.
getting on like Spirit or none of that.
What's
Frontier.
number 2? You should.
I should.
He's number 2 on the
Mine
list.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
He's on
that
the
like
list.
man on Spirit. Like it's number 2.
So what? Yeah, so are you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, a woman had a loud and full body orgasm during the LA Philharmonic concerts. Several concert goers witnessed this. They said it was from the balcony at the packed Walt Disney Concert Hall. Everyone turned to see what was happening. It was so loud that the orchestra even stopped.
I heard the audio of it. It sounded like an orgasm.
We can't play it. We're not allowed.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
But some people thought the woman was having a medical emergency, and apparently that's not it. She basically had an orgasm. So she loves the Philharmonic that much that that's what happened. They said it was an expression of joy that was rather wonderful and refreshing. It's sort of a classical musical equivalent of that scene in a movie where someone is talking loudly in a party or a nightclub and the record suddenly stops and they say something that everyone hears. So they have not been able to identify her, and they did not. The Philharmonic did not immediately respond to a request for a comment, but some people thought it was great.
Okay. All right.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is your Under the Radar stories. And when we come back, we do have the Way Up Mix coming at the top of the hour on a Monday to get your week started right. Also, Ask Yee is today. 800-292-5150 is the number. Start calling us up so we can help you out. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T.
Way Up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Mano is in the
New
building.
Mano.
Now, Jasmine, you weren't here on Friday when Mano and I were obsessed with watching some of these pimple popping videos.
Oh, I'm so glad I missed that.
And I am obsessed with that. That's why Dr. Pimple Popper is good. That's Dr.
Right,
Sandra Lee.
right.
Her procedures are so incredible to watch.
And she lit.
Yes, that we are,
I love it.
yeah. So we're going to talk about that in a little while.
Not looking forward to it. Okay.
All right, but right now, let's get into some of this Yee tea. First, we got to congratulate Derek and Monique from Life After Lockup. We all interviewed them up here. You know I love that show.
I remember.
They're like my favorite couple on there. Here's what they said when they were up here.
Regardless of whatever you are now, are you all interested in having children? Are you open to that?
I'm open to having kids.
Okay.
We talk about it always. We want to have kids for sure.
Okay. Right. What about marriage?
We're working on that.
He got that ring, baby.
We're working on that.
If you watch the show, you can see when he was trying to hide the ring, but then she was going through his phone. And
He was trying to hide the ring. Oh,
yeah,
he
in
wanted
the house.
he wanted to
was in another
surprise her.
room, but she was going through his phone while he was hiding the ring
And
in the
she
kitchen.
saw it. Wow.
No, she didn't see the ring. She just saw what was in his phone,
which was not good.
Yeah, the whole family did an intervention because he still appears to be stepping out.
So this is after he was here.
Yes.
Oh, Angela, I'm going to work on getting you an invitation to the wedding.
Okay, work on that. Telfar,
Which will be easy. Mm-hmm.
Actually, when Telfar was here, he really wants to dress Monique also.
Ooh.
Some Telfar gear. But she posted this day was a very special day to us, February 19, 2023. This was our 3-year anniversary. Derek, thank you for loving me unconditionally. This has been a roller coaster ride. We let the world in to witness our love story, our crazy ups and downs. And throughout it all, we stood strong and always put each other first. So they're engaged.
Congratulations.
So they'll be spending the rest of their life together. So that was on the season finale. And
You've been married before a couple times, right?
About four times. About 4 times.
All right, Rick Ross's neighbors are trying to prevent him from having his car show. They have filed a petition against that. You know, he had a car show on the grounds of his mansion in Georgia. At least 6,000 people came. And now he's going to do it again. And the neighbors say they have petitions. They said our quality of life was unnecessarily compromised. That's because last year's event brought traffic in the area to a stop and caused major delays for residences.
And let him have his car show.
Well, if it disrupts them, maybe he could go and talk to them and maybe invite them or maybe send them somewhere for the weekend.
You know what's a good idea? And this is what they've done in the past. Like if you go to these events, they have a place where you can park so you don't drive up, and then they have a shuttle bus that drops people off.
Right.
That's good.
That's
they do
a
that
great
a lot
compromise.
in LA.
Yeah, they do that in LA all the time.
Yeah, they do
so that you don't disturb the neighbors. And that might be a good compromise. Have them meet at a location where you get on the shuttle and the shuttle brings you there and back. So Rick Ross just giving you a suggestion.
Angela, I'm so hungry right now, FYI.
Don't you worry, I ordered some pizza.
Okay.
All right, and Rich the Kid, there's a lawsuit, and that's over an alleged $35,000 pregnancy hush money plot. There's court documents obtained by Radar Online.
Okay.
An anonymous woman who filed under the name Jane Doe made her claim in court. This was in Massachusetts. She says that Rich the Kid sexually assaulted her in January and prevented her from leaving the hotel room where they were having non-consensual sex. And she did manage to get free, she claims. And she says that Rich the Kid allegedly went back to her home where they had more sex. But this time, according to the lawsuit, the sex was consensual. That resulted in a pregnancy, which both Jane Doe and the rapper agreed to terminate. But she alleges that he agreed to pay her $35,000 to keep quiet. But he only paid $10,000 so far, she alleges. So he still owes $25,000. That's why she is filing this lawsuit.
Lots of twists and turns in this story.
Was he supposed to have it by a particular time?
I don't know what the agreement was, but maybe she feels like,
run me my bread.
So these are court documents. Again, these are just allegations. So we will keep you updated.
Mano is disgusted over here.
Here we go.
All right. Well, that is your Yee tea. And when we come back, let's talk about this pimple popping.
Yeah, we love
Mano
it.
and I were discussing. We are fascinated. There's a spa that I go to in Brooklyn, Fleur de Lis, Fleur de Lis. The sisters own it, and they have great videos on their page that I always look at over and over of them popping pimples. And then obviously Dr. Pimple Popper is popular. We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, listen. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.
The holes?
Yeah, I have a small, tiny hole on my back, and whoever I'm dealing with has to
Really?
pop it.
Yes, it's
So
not.
what
It's
gets
like
stuck in it?
I guess dirt.
Pus comes out of it?
No, it's not pus. It's like dirt. I guess like
Dirt? You got a
It's like
dirty
you said
hole.
you
I
have
got
a
a dirty hole.
You have
got
a
a dirty
belly
hole.
button in your back.
You got a dirty hole.
It's
She has a
really
dirty hole.
tiny, and whoever I deal with has to.
Can we see it?
Y'all can see it on the break.
I'm good. I don't want
wanna
to see a
see
dirty
it.
hole.
So wait, you have it on
Yes, you
your.
do.
You said you have it on your head too.
So I have a small hole on the side of my face. You really can't see, but I can show it to you. It's really tiny, and then I have
Interesting.
and I have a tiny one on my back too.
You're really being
So
really
are you
honest today.
defective?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mano, I thought you were looking for somebody to go.
I don't want a dirty
You know,
hole.
get your tools out, Mano.
Mano,
Yeah, but
gotta
I
clean
can't
this
do
out.
nothing with that.
Mano looks so disgusting.
Right, here's the thing. I need you to have blackheads.
I would just like to tell you, all morning Mano has been making me watch all these disgusting
He's like,
videos.
look at this
And as
one.
soon as I tell him, Mano, I have a dirty hole in my back. I have a
It's
tiny.
nothing in it, though.
His face is
We have
pure
to
disgust.
isolate her talking about the dirty hole in her
Yeah,
back.
for real. This is wow.
Put me in a bubble.
Well, anyway, so have you ever dated somebody and actually popped their pimples?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so
be
inspired
honest.
by Dr. Pimple Popper. I will pop anybody. Like with the tools.
But not with your bare hands.
No, not with the hands. With some gloves on, I'll walk up to anybody. 9th Avenue, 8th Avenue. I don't care. Like
On 9th Avenue?
any
Which is
6th
this?
Avenue. Like it don't
7
matter.
mile, 8 mile?
Yeah, anybody. Oh my God! Just pull over real quick. You look like
It looks like you
need
have
help.
a pimple.
Yeah,
Because that is something when you look at somebody, you're like,
you need help.
all right. And by the way, you got to do a deep dive into actually how to pop these pimples, right? That's my deep dive.
Man, you need those tools.
Wait a minute. What was that?
It's my deep dive.
Yeah, that's the sound effect. Keep going.
All right. And they
This
do
show.
tell you not to pop a pimple. And I used to like play with my face all the time and do things.
Yeah, you get marks like
yeah,
that.
you're not supposed to do that. You could get marked. You can get an infection and all of those things. Mano has to sanitize the tools.
He said he has gloves too.
Yeah,
But you do have to sanitize those tools also.
run a little hot water on them.
That is not sanitizing.
He
them.
said he will light them like
They
fire.
brand new. I have not used them, and I want to use them because
All right.
I watched the show.
Angela, have you ever popped a guy's
Yeah,
pimp?
I enjoy it. I don't mind
getting
I'm pretty good at it.
I don't mind getting an ingrown out.
Okay.
Like with tweezers. I don't mind that.
And then the problem is, though, you just have to be really careful. You have to make sure it's at the right time because you don't want to pop it and then
Too
blood
early.
comes out.
Oh,
It's too early.
gosh, guys.
But
This
we
is
want to
disgusting.
pick a side here. Jasmine clearly is on the side of, no, I'm not popping your pimples.
Right.
But I will pop it. Oh. But Mano and I...
What was that?
Nothing. But Mano and I would love to pop your pimples, and we want to know what you guys think
gross.
when it comes to you in a relationship or even with your friends. Maybe you enjoy being like, come here, let me get this for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a sweet thing. And you know you love somebody when you want to pop their pimples, pick out their little boogies.
Ugh.
If they have like a little booger, like, hold on, you have something in your nose.
I've seen you.
That's love.
I've seen you do that.
Jazz, you want me to figure out that hole?
I'm gonna show you.
I'm
gonna show you.
Want me to figure out that hole?
800-292-5150. Call us up. Pick a side. Are you side Jasmine, where I'm not doing that? I don't want to see it. It's disgusting. Or are you team Angela and Mano? Just sanitize our equipment and we got you. Way Up with Angela Yee. 800-292-5150. Pick a side and stay there.
It's not just right or wrong. It's about what you believe. It's time to pick a side and stay there.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
Yes, I am.
We're on the same side today
We are
versus
today, we are.
Jasmine Brands.
It's typically like that. It's typically you two against
Never.
me solo.
It's always y'all against me.
I think it depends. If it's an issue with judgment, then Mano's usually on the other side.
He's a judgy.
Yeah.
Little Judge Judy.
I never judge you with your
Judge
holes.
Mano.
You're saying it and you're judging me
never
right
judge
now.
you with those holes.
Now, Jasmine has some holes that she was born with. Mm-hmm. Not those, but other ones.
Yeah, other ones.
Yes,
I
that get dirty.
I have a small, tiny hole on the left side of my head, and I also have a tiny hole on my back.
That has to constantly be cleaned.
Right.
Right.
And I've asked both Angela and Mano if they would help me clean it, and
The tools I have, I don't know if they fill those holes.
I can get a hose and hose you down. from a distance.
Okay.
All right. Well, we want to see what you guys think about popping pimples. That's what we're talking about. Mano and I love it. We love to pop pimples. We love to watch videos of people getting their pimples popped. We find it oddly satisfying. And the grosser it is, the better. Jasmine, on the other hand, is screaming and looking away every time we look at said videos. We want to see what you guys think. I feel like it's true love when you can pop somebody's pimples, right? 800-292-5150 is a number. Pick a side. Hey, Bria.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Pick a side. Are you team pimple popper or team yuck, that's disgusting?
I'm definitely a team pimple popper. And nowadays, I just have to wait for my man to ask me for assistance with ingrown hairs and such. Because a few years ago, I had my son who was a captive audience. So as soon as he became a teenager and his skin started going crazy and he had all these blackheads, I would sit him down and go to work on his face with my little tools and my
you got the tools.
Okay.
Yeah,
You and Mano both have the tools.
yeah.
But as soon as he turned 18, he was like, "Mom, I don't want you to do that anymore."
But isn't it so satisfying for you?
Yeah.
Like when you do that, you get.
It was. And even now that he's older, I'd be like, I catch him, I'm like, son, I can help you out. You know what I'm saying?
That's so weird.
Don't let me not do this anymore.
He is not taking me up on the offer at all. But yeah, I'm definitely pimple up inside of it. And I do not recommend going up and down 7 Mile looking for anybody to pop.
That's right. Yeah, anybody.
I'm from Detroit.
All right. Well, Team Pimple Popper got one.
Yeah, we lit.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Are you Team Pimple Popper or Team Ew, that's gross?
All right, so before my girl, I was team ew, that's gross.
But now?
I'm team pimple popper. I'm team pimple popper. For some reason, I don't know.
Your girl got pimples?
She don't got crazy pimples, but she'll get pimples here and there, you feel me? I'll be like, yo, let me pop that.
Okay.
I know it's not bad.
You gotta get the tools now, though, bro.
That's love.
Nah, I'm hearing you say the tools. What's that about,
Yeah,
bro?
you gotta get the tools off of Amazon. Go to Dr. Pimple Popper's page, look at the tools she uses, and then go on Amazon and order those tools.
Let me look that up.
Okay. And the tools, like, are they like 1,000 times better?
I haven't got a chance to use them yet. I'm gonna be honest with you.
How you gonna recommend something?
Okay, here it is. It's only $14.99 for this Pimple Popper toolkit.
How are the reviews? Are the reviews good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to be able. I need to
4.5.
find somebody.
Over 3,000 reviews.
You got me right here. I got this hole on the side of my face, Mano.
I don't want. That's not the right tool.
All right. Well, that's love. He loves to pop her pimples.
That's sweet. You're a good boyfriend.
Before her, though, I don't know. Before her, that's nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, that's how you know it's love. All right, so that's 2 for Team Pimple Popper.
I'm losing today.
Yeah, you losing today.
Hi, is this Dr. Pimple Popper?
My name is Jessica Cintron, but I think I call myself Jessica Cintron Popper. I love it.
Okay.
So you're a Pimple Popper.
I am so obsessed. I swear to God, I watch it all the time, and everybody that knows me knows that I even knew what she was talking about when you have the open, like, thing on your face, like with the third in it. I don't even know about that. Like, I love it.
We thought you was the real lady.
You are a real lady. She's just somebody else.
I wish I was, though. I
Thought
wish
you
I
was
was.
Sandra Lee.
So do you pop other people's pimples? Do you pop other people's pimples too?
Oh, yeah, I would for sure. I would pop up random strangers if I had a problem with it.
I'm her brother. I'm in the car with her.
Hi,
She tries to
brother.
attack us all the time.
I try to attack my brothers all the time and everything.
Let me ask you this. I have this small hole on the side of my face, and then I have a small hole in my back. And so, have you seen cases like that?
Yes, it's funny because my husband has the same thing on his face that we're talking about, and I keep it's good with this. It's just something like you have to get your face to fill it up, but I pop it out of all the time, and my girl has what is it? Salicylic acid. Salicylic acid.
All right, well, thank you. Salicylic acid, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hello, who's this?
Hello, Sky. How are you?
Hey, Sky, pick a side. Are you Team Pimple Popper or Team Jasmine? Ew, that's gross.
I'm Team Jazzo, but
Jazzo.
I used to be a popper when I was in love with the but I don't like them no more.
Reform popper.
Okay, so you reformed now from that.
Yeah, it was a little I have a weak stomach, so it was like a little disgusting. Y'all was talking about the blood. How about when it squirts out with the hair wrapped up in like a black thing, and then all this white comes out? It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the ingrown hair with the root, with the black thing at the
yes, ingrown.
And then it stinks. It's like,
I never smelled it.
That stinks. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
All of that stuff stinks.
I never smelled that.
Yeah, it's like, are we dealing with hygiene here too at the same time? Because that's like, I don't like anything stinking. And us females, we're not. We have our own little odors that we natural, you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking my side. I appreciate it.
Okay. Sorry,
Look,
Jasmine, you're still lost.
My cousin named Jazz. I gotta stick with the Jazz. though. I'm from Newark.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, your cousin is a special girl.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Sky.
I love y'all and keep doing what y'all doing. Mano, we gotta shout out the king in the building.
Thank you, baby.
I love you,
King
Yee.
Pimple Popper.
Thank you.
Love you too. Thank you. Yes, so that was Pick a Side. Looks like a Pimple Popper side one.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. There's nothing gross about it, Jasmine.
Really
Watch it. I mean, the talk about it is not as gross, but when y'all show me these videos,
you got to think about look how many followers she has. Look how big the show
it has
is.
a TV show that's been on for years.
Obviously, there's a market. I just think it's a little gross, especially before you eat lunch. It's just like, I don't know.
Do you guys ever used to watch Faces of Death? It was like a documentary. Did anybody ever hear of that?
What's that
That's
about?
with the animals, right?
No, it was it was like a series of videos. It was called Faces of Death, and then it had like parts 1, 2, and 3.
But what was the videos of?
Of what?
Faces of Death,
like
the
different. Dark web right
you,
here. This is wild.
After you pass,
let me find. It's it's like a horror thing, but it shows different deaths.
People really die.
I guess.
In real life?
You know what? It's interesting. When I first saw this, I was really young, and I thought it was real, but then somebody said some of it was fake.
Yeah, it's probably fake if you could just look at it on. What did you look at?
They
it
said,
on?
is Faces of Death real? It's complicated. Actually, somebody just did an article about it on Collider like last month.
I never heard of that.
Me neither.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you guys for calling in. And when we come back, we're going to talk about 50 Cent and what he has just purchased and what he's investing in. You know, we love talking about investments. So let's get into it. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Hey. Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Mano is here for some Monday Mano-vations.
Yeah.
And we do want to talk about some of these investments that some of your favorite artists have been making, like 50 Cent. He purchased a 985,000 square foot studio.
Wow.
And that is for future film and TV projects. He shared a video of it on Instagram on Sunday. And he said G-Unit Studios. So that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a good investment because you get to shoot and do a lot of the content that you need to do it yourself.
And get paid for it too, and charge for it.
Yeah.
And then other people can use it too.
That's
so even when you're not using it,
you can charge them.
All right, now I was looking at some other investments that artists have made recently. You know, Paramount has done a $15 million investment. That's into LL Cool J's Rock the Bells.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Yes, they did a first look deal also. So this is something that was announced previously. But it also will give them first dibs on scripted and unscripted film and TV content from the company and the rights to live stream the upcoming Rock the Bells Festival. That'll be held in August in Queens at Forest Hill Stadium. It's going to be 50 years of hip hop that they're celebrating this year.
That's dope.
All right, so that's a big deal too. And then another thing, you know, I love looking at what people are investing in. Little Dirk. He has partnered with Exceed Talent Capital. He's giving anyone the opportunity to invest in music by their favorite artists. So you can buy shares in future music royalties.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You saw that?
Yeah. Well, I know about that type of programming as far as like being able to buy shares in the publishing of certain artists.
Yeah, so
they're
trying to find ways to monetize everything.
Yeah.
Even like with art, you see people can buy shares of artwork. I saw that there's another right now where people can invest into real estate by owning pieces of real estate. So just all these different opportunities. You know, we love to talk about investments. We have our own going on.
We do.
Yeah, so just wanted to bring some of those to the forefront. But with 50 Cent, he has all these different projects in the works. One of them is on NFL agent Nicole Lynn. And I know he's been talking about this for quite some time. Remember, he was mad that Stars didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
And she represents a lot of different stars, including Jalen Hurts, who recently got a $255 million deal. And so that was like the highest paid NFL player that
dope.
she represents.
And he's a black man. I love it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So good to see all these investments going on. Now, Mano, I know we've talked about this before too, but we always want to make sure that we're thinking about what's next when it comes to our finances. That's why we do Wealth Wednesday every week. I know Earn Your Leisure, I think, is coming up here.
Okay.
Oh, those my guys.
Yeah, this Wednesday coming up. So get excited for that. I'm also going to be with Bishop T.D. Jakes on Wednesday as well in Orlando with his Good Soil programming that he's doing. I'm actually moderating a panel.
Okay.
So that should be interesting too. We're talking about branding and all those different things.
Right. So either you getting awarded or you're moderating.
I'm working, Mano. I've seen you on some panels.
Oh yeah, we have seen you on some
I'm
panels.
not on that many panels.
I've seen you on some panels.
Listen, if I hang around y'all long enough, I will get nominated for an award or a trophy or.
We're gonna Angela. Let's give Mano a trophy.
The key to the city.
Yeah.
I feel like Bishop Lamar Whitehead honored you. Did he honor you before?
First of all, that's Mano's bishop.
But he didn't honor you before.
Yeah, he did
See,
honor me.
okay.
That was really.
That was.
Yeah, that
okay.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. He honored me.
Yeah, there you go.
He honored you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
absolutely.
honored.
We both got honored.
Yeah, I haven't been honored since.
You have not?
I have not been honored
Somebody
since.
honor Mano.
Please.
Someone please honor Mano.
I need to be honored.
What kind of award could we give Mano?
Yeah.
The Judgment Award. the Judgment Award.
Okay. You're very judgmental.
Yeah.
Man, that's not. I don't.
Also,
think so.
you give back to women in the strip club.
Okay, that's important.
Yo, you on tonight though? I see that you on fire today.
I'm gonna stop there. Go ahead, Angela.
Yeah.
No, Mano's a great advice giver.
Yeah, see that?
He was
I'm a
preaching
good
to me during one of the
motivator.
breaks too. Yeah, he was
I'm
preaching
a good
to me.
motivator.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go. The Advice Giver Award.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to
Good
actually
advice.
come up with that ourselves up here.
Let me get a little.
Next
trophy.
time you're here, we're going to give you an award,
Yeah,
okay?
get a little medal.
All right, well, it's Way Up with Angela Yee, and we have Ask Yee when we come back, and we have the advice giver right here. 800-292, the award-winning advice giver, Mano, will be joining us for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150.
You tapped in and way up with Angela.
Hey, everybody,
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. This is when you guys get to call in and ask questions about anything. It could be about your love life. It could be work. It could be friendships. Hello, anonymous caller. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm here. Jasmine's here. Mano's here.
Okay, so last summer in the town that I stay in, bumped into my mom's ex-boyfriend. And ever since then, he's been like trying to get at me.
Ooh.
He's been trying to talk to me. And he does little stuff like he pays my insurance, my car note, and stuff like that. I want to know, like, do you guys think I should take his sickness or should I just kick him to the curb? He's a good dude. And he dated my mom when I was like a preteen. But we haven't done anything sexual or anything like that. He just like, he's good financially for me.
I think that's what you like about him more than anything, right? That he financially helps you.
Yeah, that's what I really like.
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't risk my relationship with my mom. And I think it's a little creepy that he even is pursuing you like this. It makes me question him as to the character of a person like that. That's not somebody, you know, who knows if he was looking at you when you were a preteen in a certain kind of way. That's creepy to me. So, you know, okay, great. He gave you some money, handle that. But I wouldn't put myself in that situation if I were you.
But she want to do it though.
No, but here's the thing: you can always find a man to take care of you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to do it like sexually. It's just like for the time being, it's just like actually really, really helping me out. But I don't want to make it seem like I'm using him. But I don't want to have sex with him or nothing like that.
Okay, and you don't have to. You do not have to have sex with that man just because he is voluntarily giving you some money. If he chooses to do that, that's on him. And if he stops, whatever. But you should never just do that just because financially somebody's helping you. And sometimes they kind of stop helping you once you have sex.
Don't have sex with him because then the stuff kind of halts sometimes.
Did he hint towards him wanting to have sex with you?
Yeah, he talked about like my body and stuff like that. But afterwards, like I kind of just pushed the subject away. So we don't really talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it for you at all. And I think that I would question him and not feel safe around a person that would do that. Okay, so he's giving you money. That's on him, but don't take it any further than that. Just get that money, girl.
No, she don't need to get that money.
Girl.
No.
Yeah, she is.
But she getting the money, girl.
She can find somebody else to give her money.
And listen, you don't have to sleep
Get
with
that
him.
money.
You don't have to do anything with him. You don't even
Get that
like
money,
him.
girl. That's how that go.
He's disgusting.
He is.
But she likes him though. He's a good guy, right?
No, she doesn't like him.
But
She
she said
likes
she
that
like-
he's giving her money. She
But
doesn't want to sleep with
she
him.
said he's a good dude.
Like him, no, I just like what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
We could find somebody else to
Disgusting. Why
take
you
care
keep
of
calling
you.
him disgusting?
Because he is. He knew her when she was a little preteen and dated her mom.
He dated her mother. That's wild.
Yeah, he hated my mom, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's gross. A person that would do that.
You could find somebody else to take care of you financially.
And what would your mom say?
You keep saying that.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of exactly
Maybe
what
she
I
can.
would say next. I'm like, I would be so find out.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to.
Definitely
But
not
I
worth
got
it.
that. I'm gonna just kick him to the curb and go and find me somebody else.
There we go.
Yep, that a girl.
Okay.
Good luck.
I'll have a good one.
You too.
You too.
See, I didn't say nothing about the other advice that I give.
What? Try to have a threesome with her
Yeah,
mom?
see?
Mano, you're
I didn't,
disgusting.
right, I'm not
Mano.
disgusting. That's why I mean.
Well, why did you even have to bring that up?
What I'm saying is that's not the only advice I give. That's my point.
Okay. Got it.
That is not the only advice I give.
Duly noted.
You know, I give real
It would have been
advice.
terrible if you gave that advice. Just
I would
now.
never have given that advice. I give the advice when that advice is really
It's
needed.
necessary.
Yeah, it's necessary when I say that.
All right, well, that was Ask Ye, and when we come back, we have Last Word. That's when you guys get to call in and just have your last comments. Maybe you want to weigh in on something on the show that you didn't get a chance to get through. Maybe you want to call while we're not even on the air. 800-292-5150 is the number. You can always do that. Last Word next.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. Where's our song? Is that it? Okay, good.
It's a little low.
Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. All right, Mano is here.
Yeah.
Oh man, listen, you guys. Over the weekend, I was at Chelsea Piers. It's a fitness center. They have them in different locations, not just in New York at Chelsea Piers. But I was at the one in Brooklyn, and they do swimming lessons. You know, I don't know how to swim.
Why?
Why? I'm from Brooklyn.
No, I'm from Brooklyn. I can swim very well.
Well, Chris Rock couldn't, and neither could Jay-Z, and they're from Brooklyn. They just learned.
Really?
Cause where's there a pool?
Marcy Pool.
Yeah, I lived in Flatbush. We didn't have a pool. That was
You
too
didn't
far.
have a pool there?
No, we did not.
Did you learn how to swim at Marcy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's good. How'd you learn? Did they throw you in?
I just learned. I didn't have lessons or nothing.
You just learn?
Yeah.
Really? You just
learn.
Learning how to swim is very important, especially for children.
Okay. Well, I'm an adult and I still don't know how.
Yes.
But they want me to take swimming lessons, so I'm considering it. So
Never,
thank
you
you.
should. It's never too late.
Everybody at Chelsea Piers. We did an event for my coffee brand, Coffee Uplifts People, which they are now selling at the Chelsea Piers locations.
Congratulations.
And you know, I have
Angela.
a line of tea as well now for people who drink tea and not coffee. That's
What is
very
that?
amazing.
Yee tea?
There is actually a Yee tea.
Wow.
That is the most complex
Yeah.
one, but I'll get you guys some.
Okay.
All right. So shout out to everybody for listening today. Also, I see Steph Curry after his performance last night. He's the first player ever to score 50 points in Game 7. Apple Original Films has an underrated Steph Curry that's coming out. It's a documentary that follows his rise from an undersized college player at a small town Division I college to a 4-time NBA champion. So you can see Steph Curry underrated. That's going to be releasing July 21st. They just announced that.
I love that.
All right. Well, it's time for you guys to have the last word. And the number is 800-292-5150. Let's hear what y'all got to say.
I had a fiance. We were about to get married. She was 9 months pregnant with my child, and unfortunately, she died. Her and our child passed away about 5 years ago. Well, I found out that she had another child, which, no, it wasn't mine, but she had another child, and she didn't tell me about it, and me and her were in a relationship for over 2 years. She's gone now, but it was just some things that I found out after the relationship, and I found that out while I was in the hospital.
I want to share a secret. I slept with my pastor's wife and her twin sister, and I continued to sleep with my pastor's wife for about 6 months before I broke it off because of her twin sister.
I have a very big crush on my choir director. I bring him tea every Sunday or Saturday morning, and we're ready to worship. I have a big crush on him.
This is Pete Mark, Columbus, Ohio. And a lot of those pimples be blackheads or boils. They don't always be pimples. But boils get that pus and blood coming out. And I every last one I find out my wife. And in between the butt cheeks and her, I bust on my floor. All right, see you guys. Big Mark from Columbus, Ohio.
Angela Yee. I am calling because I am riding and I hear you guys talking about Dr. Pimple Popper and having a hole in the middle of the back. OMG, I thought I was the only one that had that. I didn't believe it, so I had my boyfriend take a picture of my back and I literally have a hole in the middle of my back. When he washed my back, after he's done wash my back, he has to like squeeze and it's literally the dirt. Like when you wash your back and you scrub your back, it goes into the hole. So you have to like squeeze that out. So I guess we are both disaffected.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.